was struggling. I was struggling really in the beginning with Vuitton to find a logic for why I was there and what we were doing. And so I looked at a period in time, the 20s and 30s. There was a creative kind of exchange between artists like Cocteau and designers like Schiaparelli or Picasso and Chanel. That felt very European, this idea of a society of creative people who worked with each other and exchanged ideas. And so I thought, well, maybe that's it. Maybe my role here, as I'm not Louis Vuitton, I'm Marc Jacobs at Louis Vuitton. Maybe the idea is that I bring in people and I exchange ideas with them, and together we make something happen. I'm so often in my...
Please pay attention to how fantastic
Jacobs was the
Marc
first ever
Jacobs
creative
was.
director, signaling a major shift for the brand. He introduced his first ready-to-wear collection in the fall of 1998. It was understated and refined, focusing on subtle luxury. By 98, he had refined the LV ready-to-wear vision. His minimalist yet luxurious approach laid the foundation for future innovation. He elevated the famed LV monogram into a deeply covetable asset.
Yes, he did.
He expanded the range of accessories, making them a key driver for the brand's success.
He's so whimsical. He's
1999
so
saw
funny.
him
He
begin
has such
conceptualizing
a
artist collaborations that would define his legacy.
freaking
as a brand.
imagination beyond.
Along with the new millennium, we saw the rise of the it bag. Jacobs began producing iconic handbags, a testament to his ability to create pieces that resonated with both luxury consumers and everyday fashion lovers. He then went on to collaborate with street artist Stephen Sprouse to create graffiti-covered bags, breaking boundaries between high fashion and street culture.
Freaking a
These bags
statement.
were the first time the label has experimented with such a bold and unexpected aesthetic.
He put Louis
They
Vuitton
divided the fashion world
in the
celebrity
coolest
Dr.
direction.
Jose
They
Sale.
became
The Takashi
officially cool.
Murakami collaboration followed in 2003. More than 20 years later, these pieces are still highly coveted on the resale market.
100%.
Japanese pop artist Takashi Murakami worked with Jacobs to create a colourful reimagining of the LV monogram. The rainbow-hued designs and cartoonish graphics became instant classics.
Yes, it
In
did.
2004, this duo also gave us the monogramouflage, a pattern that blended the classic monogram with military-style camouflage. As the 2000s progressed, we continued to see Jacobs push the boundaries of high fashion, bringing elements of casual streetwear into luxurious runway pieces, always blending elegance and rebellion. In 2007, he collaborated with Richard Prince to create bags printed with jokes and satirical art, further blurring the lines between conceptual art and high fashion.
Yes, he did. I mean, come on, guys. Marc Jacobs is one of the best creative directors of Louis Vuitton, like
He
ever.
also released metallic mirrored versions of classic bags, which Paris held after house staple. In a decade, Jacobs had managed to position Louis Vuitton as a leader in the global luxury
Yes,
market
he did.
through
And he
innovative
still
designs and
does.
concepts.
Like, I'm so
His
sorry.
immersive and highly conceptual
This was
runway
the
shows
best
also became
times
hallmarks
of
of the brand.
At Louis Vuitton when
He went on
Marc
to
Jacobs
collaborate
was
with
there.
filmmaker Sophia Coppola, famous for Lost in Translation and Marie Antoinette.
Mm-hmm.
Together, they created a line of understated, elegant bags, emphasizing simple luxury. Jacobs understood the need for a brand as all-encompassing as LV to demonstrate range. Around the same time, he started to embrace social media and digital trends to keep the brand current.
Yeah.
In 2014, Jacobs finally departed the iconic French fashion house, leaving it an entirely different brand and business. His last show was a tribute to his greatest hits, featuring all-black looks that referenced key moments from his tenure. He had decided that it was time to focus on his own label, leaving behind a...
And so if you are going into a house like an LVMH or let's say the Gucci, right? Or the Prada, and you're a designer and you're going in to be their creative director, the way he thought, okay, I'm just collaborating. We're just exchanging ideas. Bro, that's how he was able to be so successful. And really and truly, I think every lane and really use it in your everyday life. Sometimes we have to think of whether it be our relationships or friendships or, you know, when we're doing creative things. Sometimes if you're being creative with another person or relationships, think of it as a collaboration. Work together. You know, people don't want to work together no more. And I think that's insane. The best work sometimes is when you're working with another person. Collaboration. You know, it just, when people have those egos and when people want to have those ulterior motives or, no, I'm the best. You know what I mean? He didn't go in like that. Like, oh, this is my house. No, it's Louis Vuitton's house. You're a guest there and you guys create together. That's how he thought about it. And I think going forward, the world needs to be like that. We need to be more collaborative, not dividing, not division. We need to collaborate.
Where, you know what I mean? And look at his nails. Yes, he gave credit to all the black girls out there. Yes, he did. He had to. He knew he had to. And he was obsessed with Lil' Kim. She was in her iconic Louis Vuitton photo shoot. And I'm happy that he eventually gave the credit to black women on his inspiration and how our culture, yes, our culture, he already gave the flowers on. And he focused on Marc by Marc Jacobs, which is another entity within itself. Still the same theme of whimsical and just fun and exciting and just very different. If you saw the, you know, he's the one that recently did the inside pocket. You know, very cute, very innovative. He's just not with that company anymore, but he's still a household name. And he will forever be one of my favorite designers. He is fun. I know that Aries is fun. Okay, I could totally hang out with him any day of the week. I know I would have a good time with Marc Jacobs because one thing about an Aries is that they're always happy. They're happy people. They wake up in the morning, best, you are iconic, you inspire me, you inspire many people. Keep going. And honestly, your nail tech lady, I really love her.